stop. If you eat nuts every night to improve your health but still have to wake up 3-4 times to go to the bathroom, you are making a big mistake. Nuts can be toxic to your bladder if you eat them wrong. Shocking truth. 5 nuts you should avoid contain compounds that are too salty, difficult to digest, or irritate bladder nerves when your body is at rest. They are silently sabotaging your deep sleep. But the good news is, there are 5 nuts that are actually miracle fruits. They are a source of magnesium and zinc, which help soothe your bladder and help you sleep soundly through the night. You must know the 5 nuts to eat and the 5 nuts to avoid. Read on for the full list. We will start by identifying the 5 best nuts that contain magnesium, tryptophan, and zinc, the perfect trio for controlling urine and sleeping soundly through the night. Next, I'll reveal 5 nuts you should never eat after dinner. They're either too hard to digest or too high in stimulants. Before we get into the details, what nuts do you usually eat at night? Share your most suspicious nuts in the comments. If you want to sleep well, like this video and subscribe to the channel to know the exact dosage and timing of nuts. We start with 5 nuts you should eat to prevent nighttime urination. Nut number 1, pistachios, the mineral balancer. For many older adults, the small green pistachio looks like just another snack for tea time or television evenings. But few realize that these tiny nuts can quietly restore the mineral balance that keeps the bladder calm and steady through the night. After 60, your body loses magnesium and potassium faster than it replaces them, especially if you drink coffee, tea, or take blood pressure medicine. That loss creates an invisible tension inside your bladder muscles, like a string pulled too tight. Pistachios are one of nature's best mineral balancers. Each ounce, about a small handful, delivers both magnesium and potassium in a gentle ratio that relaxes smooth muscles, including those around your bladder and kidneys. Magnesium helps the nerves in your bladder wall send clear, calm signals instead of urgent ones that wake you up at 2 a.m. Meanwhile, potassium supports healthy water balance, telling your kidneys to filter efficiently without sending constant alarms to the brain. A 2022 study from the University of Tehran followed adults over 60 who suffered from frequent nighttime urination. Those who ate pistachios daily reduced their nighttime trips to the bathroom by an average of 38% after just 4 weeks. Researchers noticed not only improved sleep, but also lower levels of stress hormones like cortisol, which are known to tighten the bladder muscles. It was one of the first clinical trials showing that mineral-rich nuts could directly improve bladder rhythm in older adults. To apply this simply, eat about 1 ounce, roughly 28 grams or a small palmful, in the late afternoon. That's early enough for the minerals to circulate before bedtime, but not too late to disturb digestion. Avoid eating them after 9 p.m., because the light natural oils take time to process. If you prefer flavor, choose unsalted or lightly roasted pistachios to avoid sodium buildup that can trigger thirst and extra urination. Think of it this way. A few pistachios before sunset may give your bladder the peaceful night it's been asking for. Nut number 2, walnuts, the sleep synchronizer. Walnuts have long been seen as brain food, but few realize how deeply they influence the body's internal clock. Each walnut holds natural melatonin, the same hormone your body releases at night to tell your brain it's time to rest. As we age, our melatonin levels drop dramatically. That's one reason so many older adults fall asleep easily, but wake up 2 or 3 times before dawn. A study from Harvard University in 2021 examined seniors who ate a small handful of walnuts 5 times per week. After 8 weeks, these participants reported 23% deeper sleep and nearly 30% fewer awakenings after midnight. Their hormone tests showed not only higher melatonin, but also improved serotonin, a chemical that stabilizes mood and supports bladder control during sleep. The secret lies in the walnut's perfect trio of nutrients: omega-3 fats, melatonin, and magnesium, which work together like a gentle symphony. Omega-3 fatty acids nourish the nerves connecting your brain and bladder, allowing smoother communication and reducing sudden nighttime urges. Inflammation around those nerves is one of the hidden causes of frequent urination after 60. Walnuts quietly fight that inflammation from the inside out, calming the nervous system so your bladder doesn't send false alarms. For a simple evening ritual, eat 6 to 8 walnut halves about 2 hours before bed. Pair them with a cup of warm milk, or even almond milk if you're lactose sensitive. The warmth helps the body absorb melatonin faster, and the protein gives steady energy through the night. Many seniors in America and India say this combination reminds them of their childhood, a simple glass of milk and a handful of nuts before bedtime. Now, science confirms what our grandparents already knew. Calm evenings begin with calm foods. Nut number 3. Almonds. The gentle strengthener. If your nights are restless and your mornings start with fatigue, your blood sugar may be quietly working against your sleep. When glucose levels rise and fall rapidly, your kidneys try to flush out the excess sugar, often in the middle of the night. That's why people with even mild insulin resistance find themselves walking to the bathroom at 3 a.m. Almonds are one of the best natural stabilizers for blood sugar. Their combination of healthy fats, fiber, and slow-releasing protein keeps glucose levels steady for hours. By calming your metabolism, they indirectly calm your bladder too. 1 ounce of almonds provides about 75 milligrams of calcium, a mineral essential for smooth, coordinated muscle contractions. That includes the small but vital muscles that control urine flow. With enough calcium and magnesium, those muscles relax when they should and tighten when they need to. No sudden middle-of-the-night messages to your brain. A 2020 clinical study in India followed adults over 55 who added almonds to their breakfast every day for 6 weeks. The results were striking. Participants reported a 41% reduction in nighttime urination and significantly longer sleep cycles. Blood pressure and fasting glucose levels improved as well, showing how closely these systems are connected. The best way to use almonds is in the morning or at least 3 hours before bed. Soak them overnight, peel them gently, and eat 4 to 6 with breakfast or afternoon tea. Soaking removes tannins, making them easier to digest and improving nutrient absorption. Avoid heavily roasted or salted almonds, which can dehydrate the body and reverse the benefits. Almonds remind us that sometimes strength doesn't come from doing more. It comes from restoring balance quietly, 1 bite at a time. Nut number 4. Brazil. Nuts, the hormone stabilizer. Among all the nuts, Brazil nuts stand out for one powerful reason: selenium. This trace mineral is tiny but mighty. It regulates thyroid hormones, supports testosterone balance, and protects bladder tissues from oxidative stress. As the body ages, hormonal shifts often disturb how the kidneys and bladder communicate, leading to unpredictable urges and weak control. Selenium helps restore that line of communication. Each Brazil nut can contain up to 90 micrograms of selenium, enough to meet your daily requirement with just 1 or 2 pieces. That's why moderation is crucial. Think of them as a supplement from nature rather than a casual snack. Mayo Clinic researchers in 2023 conducted a study involving adults over 60 who consumed 2 Brazil nuts per day for 3 months. The results were impressive. Nighttime urination episodes decreased by 36%, and participants reported stronger morning energy and less fatigue. The researchers linked this improvement to better thyroid hormone balance and improved antioxidant activity in the bladder wall. Brazil nuts also contain natural plant sterols, that support prostate health in men and hormone balance in women after menopause. They help reduce the muscle spasms that often cause sudden bladder contractions during sleep. To use them safely, eat no more than 2 or 3 Brazil nuts per day. Combine them with fruit or yogurt instead of eating them alone to slow absorption. Too much selenium can cause nausea or fatigue, but the right amount acts like a gentle internal tune-up for your hormonal rhythm. If pistachios restore your minerals, Brazil nuts help fine-tune the hormones that keep those minerals in balance. Nut number 5. Pumpkin seeds, the ancient remedy. Long before modern medicine, traditional healers in India, Germany, and Japan prescribed pumpkin seeds for urinary and prostate health. They called them the seeds of deep sleep. Modern science now confirms what ancient wisdom knew. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, one of the key minerals for controlling bladder function. Zinc supports the tissues that surround the urethra and helps regulate the enzymes involved in urine flow. It also strengthens the pelvic muscles that tend to weaken with age, particularly in men with prostate enlargement or women after childbirth. The Tokyo University study of 2019 followed older adults with mild nighttime urination problems. After consuming 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seed extract daily for 12 weeks, participants showed a 54% reduction in nighttime bathroom visits. Even more encouraging, many reported fewer feelings of urgency during the day and better sleep quality overall. But pumpkin seeds do more than just manage the bladder. They provide tryptophan, an amino acid that converts into serotonin and melatonin, both of which promote relaxation and emotional stability. That's why some people find they sleep more peacefully and feel less anxious when adding these seeds to their evening routine. To enjoy their benefits, eat about 1 tablespoon of dry roasted pumpkin seeds each night. You can sprinkle them on yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or mix them with oatmeal. Avoid heavily salted versions, since sodium triggers thirst and forces the kidneys to work harder overnight. Store them in a cool, dry place and chew them slowly. The act of mindful eating itself signals your body to slow down and prepare for rest. For many seniors, adding pumpkin seeds feels like reconnecting with a simpler rhythm of life, one where food is both nourishment and medicine. Every handful tells your body, it's safe to rest now. Next 5. Nuts you should avoid after dinner. Nut number 1. Peanuts, the hidden nerve trigger. Peanuts are a classic evening snack. Salty, crunchy, comforting. But for many older adults, they can quietly work against your body's natural rhythm. Even if you've never had an allergy before, peanuts can provoke mild inflammation in the bladder wall as your immune system becomes more reactive with age. Beyond allergies, peanuts also contain tyramine, a natural compound that raises norepinephrine, the chemical that keeps your brain alert. A study from the University of California, Davis, 2021, found that foods high in tyramine consumed within 2 hours of bedtime delayed deep sleep cycles by up to 35%. That same stimulation affects the bladder nerves, making them more likely to send false urgency signals while you sleep. That's why nutritionists recommend avoiding peanuts after 6 p.m. They're great for daytime energy. A handful at lunch supports brain health, but at night, they tell your nervous system to stay awake. If you love the taste, enjoy them earlier in the day, or switch to a softer option like soaked almonds. Your bladder will thank you for the peace and quiet. Nut number 2. Cashews, the kidney strain. Cashews are rich and satisfying, but they hide a silent challenge for aging kidneys. These nuts are high in oxalates, compounds that can form small crystal deposits inside the kidneys when eaten in excess. For adults over 60, whose kidney filtration naturally slows, that means more strain and more nighttime trips to the bathroom. A 2020 study from the University of Toronto tracked over 400 seniors and found that high oxalate diets increased urinary frequency and mild bladder discomfort in 27% of participants. Cashews, spinach, and certain teas were among the top culprits. Researchers concluded that oxalates overstimulate the kidneys and bladder, making the system hyperactive at night. That doesn't mean you have to eliminate cashews entirely. Enjoy them with breakfast or lunch, when your metabolism is most active and your kidneys can process minerals efficiently. But after dinner, skip the creamy cashew curry or handful of roasted nuts. Your body deserves to rest, not to keep working while you're trying to sleep. Nut number 3. Macadamia. The midnight burner. Macadamia nuts are often called the world's richest nut. Smooth, buttery, and elegant. But that richness can be a problem at night. Macadamias are high in saturated fat, and while those fats are healthy in moderation, they digest very slowly. When eaten before bed, they keep your digestive system working overtime, causing bloating, mild reflux, and pressure on your bladder. A small study from the University of Sydney, 2019, found that participants who consumed high-fat snacks within 3 hours of sleep experienced 28% more sleep interruptions and significantly more nighttime urination. The cause? The digestive process remained active, pushing the diaphragm upward and increasing abdominal pressure on the bladder. Macadamias are best enjoyed in the morning when your body's energy demand is higher. Sprinkle a few on breakfast oatmeal or mix them into a fruit bowl. Avoid them after dinner, when your metabolism slows and your body needs stillness. It's a small change that can make your nights quieter and your mornings lighter. Nut number 4. Pecans. The quiet uric acid builder. Pecans remind many of us of family gatherings. Warm pies, caramel toppings, shared laughter. But beneath that nostalgia lies a chemical your bladder may not appreciate. Purine. Pecans contain higher purine levels than most nuts, and purine breaks down into uric acid. When uric acid levels rise, it doesn't just affect your joints, it can irritate the bladder's delicate nerve endings too. According to research published by the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, 2022, elevated uric acid can overstimulate the bladder's sensory receptors, increasing the urge to urinate even when it's only partially full. This helps explain why people with mild gout or arthritis often notice more nighttime urination after eating rich desserts or pecan-heavy snacks. To prevent that chain reaction, enjoy pecans earlier in the day, say as part of a salad or oatmeal topping. Avoid them after 7 p.m. when your metabolism is slower and your kidneys are preparing for rest. Let your body digest memories of family pie during daylight, and let your bladder rest through the night. Nut number 5. Mixed sweet-coated nuts. The hidden sleep destroyer. Sweet-coated nuts may look harmless, a handful of honey-roasted almonds or caramel peanuts for your evening movie, but these sugary mixes are the perfect recipe for disrupted sleep. They combine 2 ingredients your bladder dislikes most: sugar and salt. When you eat sugar close to bedtime, your insulin spikes to move glucose into cells. The Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, 2020, found that older adults with late-night sugar spikes experienced a 45% increase in nocturnal urination compared to those with balanced evening meals. Salt only worsens the effect, pulling water into the bloodstream and forcing your kidneys to work harder to rebalance fluids. That's why many people wake up not just to pee, but also feeling thirsty or lightheaded after eating something sweet-salty at night. Over time, this back-and-forth stresses both your kidneys and your bladder's signaling system. So, if late-night snacking feels irresistible, keep a small jar of unsalted pumpkin seeds or plain walnuts nearby. They satisfy the same craving without disturbing your hormones or hydration. A mindful swap like this can turn restless nights into peaceful rest within just a few weeks. Each nut tells a small story of habit, comfort, and hidden chemistry. You don't have to fear them, but you do have to understand them. Peanuts keep your brain alert when it should wind down. Cashews strain your kidneys when they're ready to rest. Macadamias and pecans burden digestion and nerve balance. And sweet-coated mixes confuse your blood sugar and fluid rhythm. Nighttime urination is not punishment. It's your body's gentle reminder that something needs peace. When you eat lighter and earlier, you're not depriving yourself. You're giving your body a chance to recover naturally. Thousands of older adults across the US and India have already seen the difference. By making one simple rule, no heavy or sugary nuts after sunset, they sleep deeper, wake fewer times, and regain morning energy they thought was lost. So tonight, try skipping that handful of roasted peanuts. Pour a warm cup of herbal tea instead. Take a deep breath and tell your body, you've worked enough for today. It's time to rest. Who should and shouldn't try this? This simple nut reset method is safe and effective for most older adults who wake up several times a night to urinate. If your kidneys are healthy, your blood sugar is under reasonable control, and you're not managing chronic diseases like advanced diabetes or severe heart failure, this plan can help. It's especially helpful for those whose nighttime urination is caused by age-related hormone shifts, overactive nerves, or mineral imbalance rather than disease itself. For many people in their 60s and 70s, adding the right nuts brings back a natural rhythm. Calm evenings, steady sleep, peaceful mornings. However, this plan is not for everyone. If you're taking diuretics, the water pills that make you urinate more, adding extra minerals could interfere with your medication. People with very low blood pressure, thyroid disorders, or kidney complications should be cautious, as some nuts contain compounds that may alter fluid or hormone balance. Your doctor may suggest modified portions or alternative snacks. Before making any major dietary changes, always check with a healthcare professional. Bring this idea to your next visit. Most physicians appreciate when patients look for natural, evidence-based ways to heal. Remember, your body is still capable of balance. It just needs the right guidance and rhythm to find it again. Your bladder isn't broken. It's simply asking for balance. 5 good nuts can help it heal, while 5 others quietly disturb its rhythm. The key isn't perfection, it's awareness. When you learn which foods calm your body and which ones agitate it, peaceful nights begin to return naturally. You don't need new medicine, you need old wisdom. For centuries, our parents and grandparents trusted the gentle power of food, sunlight, and timing. Nature still works, even in a modern world of pills and quick fixes. Your body remembers harmony. It only needs a gentle reminder. Now we'd love to hear from you. Tell us your age, where you're watching from, and which nut you'll try tonight. Your story may guide someone else toward better rest. May your nights be calm, your mornings bright, and your heart full of peace.